best thing a coach can do is give his fan base hope and belief, and to do that, they draw on the great history of the winningest program in men's college basketball.
The most of all time. The highest all-time winning percentage in the nation. 49 SEC regular season titles.
Generation after generation represented here tonight. Jimmy Dykes, and no matter what generation you're a part of, you're going to see someone, if you're a Kentucky fan, who made you fall in love with Kentucky basketball.
Tom, it's a special night for Big Blue Nation. I mean, you and I have been here in Chrissy over the years to watch Midnight Madness, but this one just felt a little different. The embrace of chasing after the 9th national championship is right there in front of this Big Blue Nation crowd tonight. The fact that these former national champions are on the floor probably for the first time in a long time. And it's a new voice, a new energy, just a newness, a new vibe about the Kentucky basketball program. And I said in the open, Mark Pope is the right guy at the right time for Kentucky basketball.
You know, when Mark Pope started addressing the crowd today, I felt like I was at church. Because I was just hanging on to every word he said. And yes, I agree with you. The excitement, I think the excitement's always here at the beginning of a season. But there's an electricity going through Big Blue Nation right now, and that's because of Mark Pope.
8 national championships. His connection to players and coaches of the past is what has given this fan base this incredible belief. Multiple national championship trophies coming onto the floor tonight. And it can't be easy, Jimmy Dykes, to replace a man who was here for 15 years and won one of those national titles.
Yeah, no doubt. And, you know, when I was talking to Mark Pope, he talked about the great job that John Calipari did. And now it's his turn to rent the position as the head coach of Kentucky. That's what it is. From Adolph Rupp to Joe B. Hall to Rick Pitino to Eddie Sutton to John Calipari, you rent this position.
And Rick Pitino went the way to the crowd. First time here since the day after Christmas in 2015 when his Louisville team lost by a bucket to Kentucky, and he's back in Kentucky blue. One of the loudest voices that spoke out after Mark Pope was hired in support was his coach, that man, Rick Pitino. I think around this program, there's always been a question as to how Rick Pitino would be welcomed back within this building and within this fan base. And we've just seen it happen.
Mark Pope told me yesterday, Coach Pitino changed my life. I came here because I wanted to be pushed every day and understand what hard work is. Man, what a proud moment for Rick Pitino to see one of his former players now to be the head guy.
What is happening? For the first time ever in my 52 years on this planet, I'm going to give Coach P the mic, and then I'm going to get the last word. I am so happy to be back. I said before I pack it in coaching, I want to go back to Camelot for one more time. And there's no way I could return better
This is one of the best nights I've had in a long time because I visit all my players. I visit the fans that made me happy for every single day for 8 years. And now we get to root for a gentleman that, there have been a lot of great coaches here, a lot of great ones, but we get to root for someone that name Kentucky is what he's all about. It's not about Pope. It's not about Pope. You'll never hear him say the most selfless, humble young man I've ever coached in my lifetime. One of the great, great examples of what Kentucky basketball is all about. Mark Pope is going to lead you to greatness in every sense of the word. Thank you all very much.
Hey, please, one more time, can we give it up for Coach P, please? You guys are amazing. I see this every single day, only in Kentucky. Only in Kentucky. There is nowhere in the world like the University of Kentucky. Thanks to you fans, we love you. We'll see you on October 23rd. Let's go get number 9.
This renewal feels like a revival. Rick Pitino called it his return to Camelot after 8 years as the head coach here in the national championship. And with all the former players on the floor, Jimmy, I don't know how good this Kentucky team will be, but I do know that he has kick-started his career as Kentucky's head coach with an exuberance and an energy, as Rick Pitino said, that all starts with his humility. You wouldn't guess that 23,000 would have this kind of energy for someone so humble.
Yeah, he's a selfless guy. Talking about Mark Pope, who has a massive responsibility of being the head coach at the University of Kentucky. And he talked about the challenges of the job, the joys of the job. But we say it a lot in that guys have pushed all the right buttons since the day they've been hired. Mark Pope has pushed all of the right buttons from who he identified on his staff, who he went after in the portal, the type of skill that he brought in, how he has embraced Big Blue Nation back into the team back to Big Blue Nation. What a magical moment for Mark Pope tonight. And like we talked about, he'll go right back to work probably later tonight or tomorrow, understanding, like he said, our vision, our goal is to win national championship number 9. He's talking this year.
Yeah.
That's how he thinks.
Chrissy, the energy here, it just feels a little bit different.
Absolutely. I mean, Mark Pope took us to church tonight,
Definitely.
and I had goosebumps. I cannot tell you how many times throughout this entire event. But I'm also going to say Kenny Brooks is here for the exact same reason.
No doubt.
To chase a championship and to hang a banner. So for all the basketball fans out there, I don't care if it's men or women, it is a great time to be a Kentucky fan.
If I was Kentucky, I'd pass the offering plate one more time.
That's right. Send it around. Big Blue Madness never seems to disappoint. This one over-delivered in a big way. Kenny Brooks, his team, to Mark Pope, his family, and Rick Pitino back in the fold in Lexington. For Chrissy Thomas-Cuddy and Jimmy Dykes, I'm Tom Hart. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you throughout basketball season. Have a great weekend, everybody.